Hello and welcome. We're diving straight into the really high-stakes world of cyber warfare, and more importantly, how AI is completely changing the entire game. For centuries, we've defined warfare by land, sea, air, and space. But there's a new front line. Cyberspace is now officially the fifth domain of conflict. And believe me, that changes everything. This isn't just about protecting your laptop anymore. It's a core element of national security. So, what exactly is cyber warfare? Well, it's when nations use digital attacks as a weapon. The battlefield is virtual, right? No tanks, no soldiers. But, as we're about to see, the real-world consequences are absolutely massive. So here's our plan. We'll start with the digital battlefield and its weapons. Then we'll get into how AI is supercharging attacks. After that, you'll get to step into the analyst chair for a real-world scenario before we cover defense and your potential future in this field. Okay, first things first. Let's get a handle on what's at risk here. What are attackers actually aiming for in modern cyber warfare? So take a look at this list. What's really important to understand is that these aren't random targets. These systems form the very backbone of a stable nation. I mean, think about it. Knock out the power grid, and you cripple industry. Disrupt financial institutions, and you create economic panic. This is all about causing widespread chaos by attacking a nation's critical infrastructure. All right, now let's look at the weapons themselves. There are really two main types of attacks: espionage and sabotage. And we're going to use two very famous examples to see exactly how they work. First up is espionage. The easiest way to think of this is just digital spying. The goal isn't to break anything, it's to get in, steal sensitive information like military plans or government secrets, and then get out without anyone ever even knowing you were there. And the SolarWinds attack is a perfect illustration of this. I mean, it was a masterclass in modern espionage. The attackers didn't hit their targets directly. Instead, they compromised a trusted software provider and used its own updates to infiltrate thousands of high-value government and corporate networks. It was widespread, it was stealthy, and it was devastating. Okay, so now we shift gears from stealing secrets to actively breaking things. With cyber sabotage, the intent is malicious, it's destructive. This is where digital attacks cross over from the virtual world to cause real, tangible damage in the physical world. And Stuxnet, well, that was the big wake-up call for everyone. This sophisticated worm didn't just steal data. It targeted the industrial control systems running Iran's nuclear centrifuges, causing them to literally spin out of control and destroy themselves. It proved without a doubt that a piece of code could be a weapon. So, when you boil it all down, the crucial point is the attacker's intent. Are they there to watch and learn, like in the SolarWinds campaign, or are they there to break and disrupt, like we saw with Stuxnet? Understanding this distinction is absolutely key to analyzing any cyber attack. Now, let's introduce the real game changer, the thing that's transforming the speed and scale of all these operations: artificial intelligence. Everything we've just discussed is about to get a whole lot faster and a whole lot more complex. This is the fundamental question we have to ask ourselves now. AI can automate everything from finding new vulnerabilities in a network to launching a coordinated attack. This means conflicts can unfold in microseconds, far, far faster than any human defense team can possibly react. And AI isn't just about speed, it's about sophistication. We're talking about malware that can adapt on the fly to evade antivirus software, or an AI that can sift through mountains of stolen data to find that one crucial secret. This new reality is forcing a very urgent and very necessary ethical debate. This is a critical discussion happening right now in the halls of organizations like the United Nations. I mean, if an autonomous weapon makes a mistake and attacks a hospital, who's to blame? The programmer, the commander who deployed it? These are the tough questions of accountability we're all facing in an age of automated warfare. All right, enough theory. Now it's your turn to be the analyst. I'm going to give you a scenario, and I want you to really think through the steps a professional would take. Okay, so you're the analyst on duty. Suddenly, you see these three things happening all at once. What are your first thoughts? Is this just a wild coincidence? Or could this be a coordinated cyber warfare operation? Take a second and think, how would you even begin to figure this out? Okay, let's walk through how a professional would deconstruct this problem. In a real crisis, you don't just guess. You use a framework to bring order to the chaos. So let's use a simple three-step framework for this. This methodical process is really the heart of incident response. First, you analyze the events. Are they all happening at the same time? That suggests coordination. Second, you try to identify the attackers. Who has the motive and the technical skill to do this? And third, you formulate a response. You recommend a course of action. This whole process moves you from chaos to clarity, and it's absolutely essential for national defense. And the skills we just practiced, that analysis, that strategy, that critical thinking, they're not just for a classroom exercise. They are exactly what is needed out there in the real world to defend nations from these kinds of digital threats. So where do you go from here? Let's talk about turning this knowledge into an actual profession. Next time, we'll focus entirely on building your career in cybersecurity and AI security. We're going to give you a complete guide to breaking into this industry. We'll map out the different career paths, show you the technical skills you need to have, explain which certifications really matter, and even cover how to build a portfolio that gets you hired. The challenges we're facing are immense, and the need for skilled defenders is greater than ever before. So the answer to this question? Well, it could be you. If this has sparked your interest in securing our digital future, please like, subscribe, and maybe share it with others who are passionate about this field. Thanks for watching.